Bayern turned it on against Werder Bremen, winning 6-1 as Serge Gnabry bags a hat-trick. Jules, they're now 4 points clear, and as I see it, the lead is only going to get bigger.
Yeah, I think so, Gab. We said it. Union was a great story until he lost it, until he ended, and then it has ended now. I can tell you that. I mean, going forward, Bayern was so good against Werder Bremen. And they are not, I mean, they're okay. I think they were 7th in the table. They're not just this super defensive, solid team at all. So they were always going to leave space. But Bayern took their chances well, even after Mane came off. Even after Choupo missed a penalty, by the way, so he didn't score in that game. But there was always going to be one winner. And to score 6, they could have scored more.
I'd forgotten about Gnabry and how good he can be. I feel like he had...
So good. And sometimes we forget that he can play so narrow as well and doing really well.
Borussia Dortmund lose away to Wolfsburg 2-0. Jules, did we get a little too carried away with our excitement over Youssoufa Moukoko?
No, I don't think so. But we've said, not just this season, Gab, but in the last, 5 years maybe, that consistency was their problem anyway. And they can be very good like they were at the weekend and then in midweek. Not good at all. And
I thought they'd move past that.
But no, they clearly haven't. We said after the draw against Chelsea that Dortmund might implode between now and when that game is going to be played. And you saw a lot of that against Wolfsburg. It's just, Wolfsburg, one, are not very good. But two, they scored early and that helped them, of course. But then Dortmund didn't have any response to it. Do you know what I mean? It was just not good. It was like a very average performance, average game. And in the end, you lose. And all this kind of credit that you had before, you've lost as well already.
Can we give some love for Niklas Süle, though, as a rampaging right back? My thing for oversized fullbacks, whether it's Niklas Süle or Dan Burn. That's pretty cool. 5 wins in a row now for Leipzig, who beat second place Freiburg 3-1. Jules, the Rosa effect is real.
Yeah, it's real, Gab. Great performance, especially in the second half again. Scoring back-to-back, like really back-to-back goals, I think 55, 56, something like that. Simakan and Nkunku again, what a performance. What a player. He's become even better than what he was last season with Marco Rosa now. The way they play football, so was like the same. So well done to Rosa, well done to the team because they're on the up. And I think it's a little bit late now to compete with Bayern, I think, unfortunately. But they're doing great things. So
yeah, it's weird because, as you know, my feelings on Marco Rosa have come and gone. I was a big fan of him when he was at Gladbach. High hopes for him at Dortmund. Hated the way it ended. Hated he just couldn't impose himself at all. And now he takes over, and I said, well, if Tedesco couldn't get it done, but he's doing a lot better with Tedesco's players.
Job.
So credit to Rosa.
Yeah.
Much to the horror of producer Freddie, Union Berlin dropped points again, held 2-2 by Augsburg. Jules, do you expect them to continue sinking like a stone?
I don't want them to. I love the story. It's a great story. We've explained before that it would not last because the squad, there's no depth, because of the way they play, because of all of that. They can't, I don't think they could challenge for the title through the whole season. But I don't want them to fall. I want them to keep being able to manage the Europa League and the league and finish top 6 again, like they did last year would be perfect.
Yeah, it's called regression to the mean. People say, oh, expected goals don't matter.
Overachieved.
They overachieved them tremendously. And now this is what you get.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.